Turn. Let's synchronize. Synchronize.
Hey, what's up guys, back again with another video. Well, it's actually my first video ever, so I can't really say I'm back again with another one. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and just share it for most of your social media sites if you would like. And we're going to go ahead and start off the video. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little disclaimer. Whatever you do, now this might be just common knowledge and common sense, never call 911 unless there is an absolute emergency. Okay? Right before I'm getting into this video, I just want to warn everybody of that. So, let's basically get right into the video of a story that actually happened literally yesterday at school. So, we were just like hanging out during our classwork that you do in the morning before you start your first assignments. And so then, my teacher, I'm just gonna go ahead and call her Mr. Greatness because she's absolutely great. So Mr. Greatness basically has gone full savage this morning at this point. So this kid literally just went to pull out his phone to power it down so he didn't get like notifications in the middle of class. So then she basically just went up and like started talking to him or whatever. And then I don't know what they were talking about because, I'm a pretty far distance from this kid. And the kid's not too awful loud too, so I can't really hear what they were talking about. But I can go ahead and assume that they were basically that and then so they were basically just like talking and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure he said that like of what he was doing. And then Mrs. Greatness literally said, "I don't believe your lame excuse." So then, is this part important to the story? Not really. But hey, it's kind of a part to it. You'll see in a minute. Um. So then, alright. So then, soon after that, somebody like saw a police car outside. I guess somebody actually called the police. For what? I have no clue. I'm pretty sure it's just a prank call. So I figure what happened. Okay. So, like, after that, we don't know what really happened. And then, I guess the fire department and the police were called both again. Well, they didn't call the fire department the first time, but, they did call the police department the first time. So then, soon after that, after they called, our teacher started talking to us, asking who has a phone that's not put up on her desk because, we have to put any like phones and all that stuff up on her desk, okay? So, alright, sorry, I just had to take a drink. Right, so basically after that, not very many people raised, well, actually, yeah, so not very many people raised their hand. It was only like 2. So she asked the first kid, what can they do on that? Like, can they call 911? And then they said, yeah, but they don't have any service, so they couldn't call them. Is basically what he said. So he couldn't call anybody else. So he couldn't really call anybody in the first place because he didn't have any service, is what he was saying. So then she asked the other person. They said that they couldn't even call 911 either. So and then basically she was just like okay, and then she basically explained that like the cops and the cops and the fire department were both called a couple times this morning. So then we have recess, just kind of hanging out. Like in the middle of recess, like 10 minutes in, they go ahead and tell everybody to like get up against the wall. Alright, so then after they said that, basically our class and then all the other classes went where they were supposed to go up against their assigned spots, so then they could go ahead and just do what the teachers were saying in the first place, because it's pretty important to do. Listen to what the teachers are saying. Our principal literally came outside and was saying that the fire department and the police have both called them, have both called school twice, saying that they've been called for unnecessary reasons when there wasn't a reason. It was just a prank call. So then, in the middle of that, he basically asked the same question that Mrs. Greatness asked if we had any phones on us. Nobody had a phone. They were basically all trucking away before recess in the first place. So then, after that, basically they were like, and then this one autistic kid. Now I'm not saying autistic and like the insult like, oh, you're autistic, go kill yourself. No, I'm not talking about like that. He actually had autism. He said that he did it. He reached into his teacher's purse and got her phone out and literally called 911, which the teacher said that that was literally impossible because she didn't have any recent calls, and then they found out the number who did it, and and I don't know why they didn't just have the sense to call that number back, or just trace where the phone is, which I figured that later after that day they called the number, talked to the parents, basically said what happened. So now they're probably just dead as we speak. No, but in all seriousness. So after so after we so after like all that happened, we heard another um fire siren come on, and then nobody on the fifth, and they knew that it was coming from outside because it was pinging from outside the building. So they knew that it was coming from the outside, and the only people that are outside is kindergarten and fifth grade, which is us. We're fifth grade. So then they knew it can't be us because they saw nobody calling anybody. Um, so then basically when there was a legit fire marshal that came and like basically were saying stuff to, and they were basically okay. So the fire marshal was basically just talking to our principal. All right. So then after he was talking to our principal for a minute, he basically asked the same exact question that our principal did. Asked if anybody had any cell phones on them. So of course we did the same answer, no, and all check our pockets and stuff. Which once again, did they find anything? No. Okay. So so after that happened, there were like a couple of firefighters that like came in through our little gate that we have. And then after they came through the gate, they were basically kind of just hanging out there for about like approximately like 5 minutes or something. And then after that, we basically all went inside, and then everything just kind of went back to normal. Cops or fire department wasn't called again. We don't know who did it or why they did it in the first place. Which I said it in the beginning of this video, and I'll say it again. Never call 911 unless there's an actual emergency. Okay. So thank God nobody says something like, hey, we're being held hostage in here. We're being held hostage in blank elementary because, I kind of don't want to give out the name of my school, so nobody comes and shoots up my school for Christ's sake. Alright, so basically, we don't know who did it so far, which they probably found out already, and they're probably dead as we speak because their parents probably murdered them for figuring out that they call 911 for unnecessary reasons when there's literally no emergency at all. So, if you guys, so lesson to be learned from this: never call 911 unless there's an actual emergency. You will get in huge, huge trouble if you do, no matter what age you are. If you're the age to go to jail, you're probably will go to jail for like a couple months, I'd say, minimum, or maybe a year. I wouldn't say like a year guaranteed, but hey, it could happen potentially. So, if you guys enjoyed this story video and you want to help out the channel, just drop a like, subscribe, share on all your social media platforms if you enjoyed, and go ahead, stay awesome, have a good day, peace.